And welcome back. And in the midst of Endgame currently grossing over the first Avengers in 8 days, 7 days, give or take, something along those lines, we do have a couple movies coming out this week. Now, to Jaden the Critic, yes, I'm catching Ugly Dolls. I'm going to do that this weekend. Figured I'd start with what I believe is probably going to be the best of the 3 movies I'm going to be seeing this week, with Longshots, though. It's going to be an interesting weekend at the box office. I forgot to give my predictions last week for the box office. But Longshots is Charlize Theron, or Theron, I believe as you actually pronounce her name, or as it's actually pronounced. Seth Rogen, she plays Secretary of State, gonna run for president. He plays a unemployed journalist, and turns out she used to babysit for him when they were younger, and they reconnect, and it's about them seeing if a relationship can work. Gee, I wonder where it ends up with these guys. Okay, to be fair, it's not a tried and true plot. Sometimes they do take a route where they don't end up together. Little spoiler, yeah, they end up together at the end. It was a good movie. Yeah, I enjoyed myself quite a bit. Besides the fact that it's just a very funny and very smartly written movie, it's also a little poignant, a little topical today, too, given the fact that we do deal with an idiot president in the movie. Wink, wink. Just a freaking money-grubbing corporate skis who just, is just going for power, thinking he runs the place as our kind of main villain, sort of. If you want to say there's a villain, there's a villain. It's topical in more than a few ways, honestly, but in a way that works, because while it is putting commentary into the film, it's not berating you over that. The focus is on the politics is focused on, because that's her job, but the focus is the relationship between these two characters. Seth Rogen, you root for Seth Rogen. I remember how Family Guy put it when Peter got injected with Seth Rogen. This will make you likable without actually having said anything of a relative note. Hey, I'm getting some beer with the guys. I'm rooting for you. That is kind of Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen, for some reason, is just likable. I think maybe it's just because he comes off as kind of a jolly guy, kind of a very, very jovial individual. That might come off as part of it. He comes off I think it's because he doesn't come off, compared to many other Hollywood actors, as a big, unrealistic person. Chris Hemsworth, particularly when he plays Thor, it's like, this guy's so unreal. I mean, he's actually a very nice guy from what I understand in real life, but he's chiseled, he's in shape most of the time. Hugh Jackman, when he's playing Wolverine, Jackman in general, he's in shape, he's just good looking, hardly seems to age. Tom Cruise, for what it's worth, it doesn't seem normal. The Rock, obviously. So you get these actors who don't seem natural in some way, shape, or form. They seem produced in some way. Whereas Seth Rogen, he's not in shape. He's usually got a pretty scraggly beard on, or when he doesn't, he's just kind of doughy. He's awkward. He doesn't have the best. I mean, doesn't have bad teeth, but you can tell his teeth are his teeth. So he just seems like a regular guy, and that makes you, I think, root for him. At least for those of us who like Seth Rogen, and I am one of those people who like Seth Rogen. Charlize Theron, obviously, very attractive woman. Seems, but on the opposite end of the spectrum, she's such a role, at least as a character anyway, a role model of a person that, like, a beautiful, powerful woman, you don't ever believe they would go for someone like you, be it man or woman, and yet you find yourself in a relationship with this person. It just surprises you that way. So there's a level of unrealism to it, but at the same time, there is a level of realism to it, because that stuff happens. Have you seen some celebrities and their spouses? Just from the aesthetic look of it, and they make this joke. You see in the trailer where her assistant is like comparing guys, like, what if like Kate Upton dated Danny DeVito, or this and this and this, or what was it? Princess Di did Guy Fieri, or Jennifer Lawrence did a potato with a coat on it. You look at some celebrities and their spouses, you're like, really? Okay, but look, love is love. Attraction is attraction. You fall for who you fall for. Be it whatever qualities you find attractive in them, that is your business, absolutely. And this movie kind of illustrates that pretty well, honestly. Other movies have done that too, but this villain doesn't do it bad. It doesn't do it badly at all. And I could go over every joke in the movie that I can remember. There's definitely some jokes that we all were just cracking up at. Oh god, there was a masturbation joke, and not like they're telling joke, like a scene involving it that is it's like, oh god, they went there. Oh god, they went there. There's another joke where they first have sex and it literally lasts all of 10 seconds, but they're both like, oh god, I'm coming, me too. It's like, oh sorry, I normally don't last that or come that quickly. It's like, speak for yourself. It's like, again, yeah, just give me a second, my hands are shaking. Yeah, there's definitely some good jokes. There's also some poignant jokes, because there's a point made in the movie that Seth Rogen's character doesn't like to compromise values or anything along those lines. And he at one point he's talking to his friend, I believe he's played by O'Shea Jackson, who's really good in the movie too. O'Shea Jackson is very quietly, but prominently being featured in more and more movies. He's going to be in Godzilla in a couple weeks. So, it's good to see him getting work, because I liked him in, Den of Thieves. I liked him in Den of Thieves. And I heard he was really good at playing his dad in Straight Outta Compton. Obviously, he's Ice Cube's son. So if there's anyone who could play young Ice Cube, it'd be his kid. But there's a scene where he's pissed off, obviously, because they were trying to do something that would remake his image, basically take away everything that he actually is as a person, basically erase his identity, give him a new identity, more or less, to allow him to date, and then it wasn't going to work out, and they broke up for the time being. They get back together. But he has a conversation with O'Shea Jackson's character. I don't remember his character's name. And she's like, wait, what? It's like, yeah, I'm a Republican. What the hell? Yeah, who are you? I'm the same, you're just from 2 seconds ago, man. It's like, wait, Republican, you're talking about a higher power. The universe got a plan. It's like, yeah, I'm of the Christian faith. What do you think I wear this cross for? It's like, I thought it was a cultural thing. That may be, but that's still racist. Like, damn it, it is. You're a Republican, I'm a racist. I don't know what's going on here. It was a really funny. There's a lot of jokes like there's a couple like just throwaway jokes, but they're scenes that all together run really well. Is there anything I could really put against the film quality? Because it's well shot, it's well acted, it's funny, but it's got a good message behind it. It's got a heart. What you want to see happen ends up happening. Honestly, I will say that while we didn't need a villain, I can understand why the guy was there. I will say this. I'm wondering if this is a commentary on Fox News, because it's like Weeb Web or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but they have their own network, and I'm wondering if that's supposed to be like a representation of Fox News. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it's not, but who knows? So that I found like, why didn't you just make it Fox? Why'd you have to make it, or would Fox not let you do that? Is that why? Because, yeah, they had basically like a Morning America show on there. And, yeah, and there's a good joke afterwards on that. I will say the scene when they are kids, this is like the flashback scene, where he describes that is a little awkward. It is, just a little bit. And, is it, okay, Peter Skarsgård, Stellan Skarsgård, Alexander Skarsgård, because I'm just running down the Skarsgård. I'm like, which one was he? He was in True Blood. He played Tarzan. He played the Canadian Prime Minister, and I'll be honest, what was the point of the character? I like the actor, and he's funny for the few bits he's got. I mean, that whole joke is like, mini bar, and it's in my room. I'm inviting you back to my room. It's like, yes, thank you. We got that. Thank you. That was the joke. Ultimately, though, those scenes don't go anywhere. They don't, except for the scene where he's dancing with her. That scene does play itself out a little bit. Otherwise, the character didn't serve any points. I could say that character's kind of pointless for being there in many ways. I will also say I wasn't a big fan of her I don't know what her assistant. As a character, I'm like, because I'm wondering if she is going to end up being the villain of the movie at some point, because she doesn't want them to be together for her benefit, for Charlize Theron's benefit. She doesn't want them to be together because she think they're talking about polls and imagery and, oh God, focus groups aren't always right. The chart says doesn't always apply. So, maybe just get that mentality in there, maybe just a little bit. Charts and focus groups they have their purpose, but there's a limit. There's a limit. Anyway, so there were points where her character, quite honestly, was being a bitch for no reason. She was legitimately being a bitch for no reason. It's like, oh yeah, you don't like this guy. Well, guess what? He's here. Be an adult and deal with it. Yeah. Look, I get it. You don't like the fact that he's with Charlize Theron. You're worried about her. You're worried about her campaign. But you know what? It's her life. She wants to be happy. And I get it. You want her to be in the White House. You want her to be president. But Charlize even says in one scene, it's like, okay, yeah, you can stop that because you're about to cross a line. And she backs off. So ultimately, she didn't turn out bad or anything. I'll say she was an unnecessary annoyance for a while in the movie. But it all evens out. Ultimately, again, I've kind of stopped giving ratings, just because after a while it kind of doesn't serve a point. I'm just grading on my enjoyability, and it was a good movie. If you don't want to go out and see Endgame again, what's wrong with you? But seriously, if you don't want to go out and see Endgame again, assuming you haven't already seen it, even though I still need to see the other two, which I'm going to see Ugly Dolls probably Saturday, and I'm going to see The Intruder on Tuesday. Obviously, when there's at least 3 films coming out, I usually do one of them on the matinee, Tuesday's matinee at my Cinemark. So far, I can say good film. Good. It's a good start to the weekend. And now every movie coming out is going to get pretty pummeled under Endgame. But look, of the 3 coming out, I'd say this probably has the best show. Well, Ugly Dolls being an anime movie helps it out, but I haven't heard anything about Ugly Dolls. It does not look good. Sorry, I thought I heard something. It does not look good, so who knows? Maybe it'll be the best animated. Maybe it'll even beat out Toy Story 4 for best animated movie of the year. Anything is possible. I highly doubt it. But I will find out on Saturday, because I am a glutton for punishment, and you guys suggested it. Excuse me. One of you suggested it. And you know what I say. If you want us to review something, you put it in the comments below. I'll get to review it at some point, so I'm going to go see it. Trailers. We got that, oh God, I can't remember the name of it. I'm sorry, the more I watched that, trailer, the first time I saw it, I'm like, okay, this is kind of dumb, but kind of funny. Now this is just coming off as stupid. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the one where it's the 3 kids, kids in like high school, no, middle school. It opens up, it's like in Tampa. Girls stick it up their butt so they can't have babies or something like that. And then the line was like, oh, she's a nymphomaniac. She says there's no nymphomaniac. Which means she has sex on land and water. And just more I'm watching that trailer, I'm like, what are we, 8th grade? Are we 6th grade? Like 7th grade or 6th grade or something like that. As you're crossing a highway, a busy highway, and you cause a freaking car. Ooh, these kids would be getting their asses beat. These kids are just dumb. See, there's not understanding things in life, and then there's just flat. Your mama drank while she was pregnant with you. This is your mama drank when she was pregnant with you. This is your mom was smoking a lot, and it did some sort of brain damage to you, but it didn't manifest until puberty hit. And this is what that is. Like, at the end of the trailer, there's them swearing, just trying to open like they said gummy vitamins. Obviously, it's child-proof is the joke, and they can't open it. But you're in your early teens. It's not that hard to figure out a child-proof cap at that point. Oh, I don't know why that's pissing me off so much, but some of it comes off realistic because we were naive back in that day, back in that age. I like to believe I wasn't, but I'm certain I was. Most of us probably were. The point is, though, there comes a point where it's not realistic anymore. And this just stopped being realistic. This just, for the sake of dumb comedy, that's what it turned into. I left my notebook at home, so I didn't write any of the trailers down. I remember that one. Trying to remember any of we got Stuber. I'm looking forward to Stuber. That one looks funny. That looks legitimately funny. What else did we have here? I'm just trying to think right off the top of my head. Because otherwise now I'm just stalling. I think we got one or two no, didn't get Star Wars. We didn't get, Spider-Man. But we got one or two that I wasn't actually expecting to be attached to the... Oh, we got Men in Black. I remember that. And I'm looking forward to Men in Black. And me are the men and women in black. I will say this, though. Tessa Thompson's character, I'm sure I'll like her overall in the movie. And I love Tessa Thompson. But the character, I'm not digging because it's like, I found you, that makes me perfect for this job. No, it doesn't. No, it means you were good at finding us. Doesn't make you perfect for this job. And I want in. It's like, and in the first year, I was like, you think putting on a black coat and white shirts is going to solve all your problems? No, but it looks good on you. I was like, whatever. There's like a level of entitlement the character seems to have that I'm not digging on. But maybe that'll just be resolved when I see the film. I hope it will be resolved when I see the film. Trying to think if I can at least remember one more, because I think we got 6 or 7 trailers. I can remember at least 3 of them, so that's something. Anything else that pops to mind? I remember there was like one other one that was, Anna. So take off the 2 H's from Hannah, you get Anna. And this trailer I started to talk about in our Avengers Endgame review, but I got cut off because the camera ended. Now I got a little time. Alright, the movie doesn't look bad. And that action sequence is pretty badass in the trailer. But you know what? I am all for equal equality. I want equal equality. And you know what? If you want to make a movie about a badass female action hero, great on you. Espionage that shit, yeah. But at least try to be original. This is just Atomic Blonde. This is just Hannah. Hell, this is not quite Red Sparrow, but it's a Red Sparrow. There's nothing original. I've seen this movie. I saw this movie about a year or 2 ago. It was called Atomic Blonde. And she was Russian in that. Well, okay, she wasn't Russian in that movie, but she had to play, did she play Russian? Point being, she was a foreign agent and wanted to get out in that too. And a blonde! There's nothing original about this movie. At all. At all. And don't get me wrong, I might be sounding hypocritical, contradictory, saying that I'm all for equal quality movies, action hero movies, where it's like, isn't that just the same plot? No, there's a difference between having a action movie with a woman as the main lead and, having similarities to other movies, and then just being a freaking blatant ripoff of another movie. That is Atomic Blonde. This is Anna. Anna's pretty much ripping off Atomic Blonde almost verbatim. There's probably going to be some plot differences, obviously, but in terms of the same premise, it's the exact same premise. Save her to the fact that I think she's Russian in this. That's it. So that's a thing. I don't know if I have much else to talk on. I don't think I can remember the other 2 trailers right off the top of my head. And watch when I turn off the camera, I'll suddenly remember them. But yeah, no, Longshot was fun. I enjoyed Longshot. I recommend it. If you're a fan of Charlize Theron, you're a fan of Seth Rogen, fan of both of them, or just want a good romantic it's a good romantic comedy. It's R-rated, by the way, so I actually forgot about that. I wasn't even paying attention to what the rating was. So when when the movie opens, I hear them saying the F word, scream fuck a couple times. I'm like, oh yeah, this is R-rated. Cool. And I got no problem with R-rated. I got no problem with PG-13. Hell, I got no problem with G. Not that I see a lot of good G-rated films these days, because they don't really make a lot of G-rated films these days, period. Most things are PG-13. I'm trying to just really quickly off the top of my head see if I can remember what some of the other ones were. Nah, I can't remember it. Oh well. Anyway, the Longshots, I recommend it. So Saturday will be Ugly Dolls. I wish I could have forgotten that. Saturday will be Ugly Dolls. Obviously, you can tell I'm really I will clear my mind. I'll give it a fair chance because that's all I can do with movies is have anticipation, but try to leave that anticipation at the door and give the movie a fair shot. So that's going to be on Saturday. I'm going to have a Who Would Win tomorrow. Box Office and What If will be on for Sunday as well. And then the week will just start as usual. Someone asked me, by the way, about What Ifs, when my week of What Ifs is. For those of you who are new to the channel, and I know every week I actually do get new subscribers. Look, I've been on YouTube now for, wow, how long have I been on YouTube? We started in 2013, because that's when Pacific Rim came out, and that was our first review ever. So, wow, I've been on YouTube now for 6 years. Holy crap. Time flies when you're building things from bare bones. And it was only in the last, I don't know, 5 months that the channel really started to pick up steam, and I appreciate that. But that now means I'm still used to actually getting new subscribers who aren't aware of how the structure of the channel works. I was just used to having my set amount of viewers. And I'm like, hey, and I appreciate every one of you, by the way. I appreciate every single one of you. But yeah, for those of you who are new to the channel, the week of What If happens the second to last week of every month, and then the week of Who Would Win happens the last week of every month. That's just the way I scheduled out. At some point, I'm considering upping it to 3 What Ifs a week, just so I can do 3 Who Would Wins. But right now, because I also have a day job, this isn't what I do for a living. I don't make money off the channel. At least not yet. Maybe if I get enough subscribers and all that stuff. But we'll wait and see what happens with that. That's a long way down the line, I think. But, no, because I have a day job, I have to plan things out accordingly. And this is what oh, you know what? I just realized. Saturday, I probably will have a review for Luke Cage up. Because I'm still going through the Marvel series, Netflix series. Me and my girlfriend are currently on Luke Cage Season 2. So I'm trying to get reviews out for all of them because I'm one of the few guys who doesn't have Netflix. So my girlfriend has it, so we've been rewatching the Netflix shows. Anyway, so I should probably have at least a review for Luke Cage, maybe even Iron Fist later on in the weekend. So yeah, until then though, the schedule is set as it is with the oddball discussion video or something like that I'll throw out there when I'm in the mood. But until then, thank you for watching. I digress. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, who wants to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. And ideas for Who Would Win, Star Wars, Spirit Magic, what if anything I do on the channel. Put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that at some point. By the way, finally got the War of the Spark novel today. My girlfriend who was on order, she picked it up. So now I'm reading through that. When I'm done with that, I will give a comprehensive review of that, or my best take on a comprehensive review. Till then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.